Okay, now let's learn how to fix colors in photos. So I have some photos in my screen that I want to adjust the color tone, brightness and contrast to make them more perfect before I print. Let's begin with this one. So you can see it's too dark. So before fixing, let's make a duplicate first from here. Okay. Now, if I choose image, auto color, or if I tap shift control B, I can fix the color tone in this photo. Again, if I choose image auto contrast, or if I tap alt shift control L, I can fix the contrast level of the photo. Basically, the contrast of an image refers to a difference between the light pixels and dark pixels. Low contrast images contain a narrow range of color, while high contrast images have bright highlights and dark shadows. Again, if I choose image auto tone, or if I tap Ctrl Shift L, then I can fix the shadow and highlight tone level of the image. Okay. Let's say if I want to increase the brightness and contrast level of this image furthermore, I can create a level or curves adjustment layer. So if I try with a level adjustment layer, from here I can play with the different levels in this preset menu, right? As well as instead of using the preset, I can adjust the highlight from the sliders. Okay, and from the slider I can adjust the shadow level of the image, as well as this slider is adjusting the lightness level of gray color pixels in the image. We call this mid-tone. Okay, so let me try to adjust them. Fine. Okay, then again if I try with the curves adjustment, then I can use this curve to fix the shadow and highlight tonal range to make them more perfect. There you go. Now if I open the layer panel, I can see two adjustment layers in the panel. So one is for level and another one is for curves. Right, now let's try to fix this one. So let me make a duplicate first, and then tap Ctrl Shift B to apply auto color. Then again tap Alt Ctrl Shift L for apply auto contrast, and then tap again Ctrl Shift L for apply auto level. So this time let me try to increase the brightness level with brightness contrast adjustment layer. Okay, there we go. Likewise, let's fix this one as well. Before that, make a duplicate layer, and then tap Ctrl Shift B, and again tap Ctrl Shift L for apply auto tone and color. Now I can adjust the brightness level furthermore if I try with a level adjustment layer. And again, let's say if I want to change the color of this flower only, I don't want to change the color of the background. So first I must set a or draw a selection boundary around this flower. So with the object selection tool, make sure a new option and rectangle option is active here. Then I'll draw a marking like this. Now in here I can see the selection boundary is not applied well. So what I'm doing is, with the quick selection tool, activate subtract from selection option here. Then I'll slightly drag over here to remove that selection. Okay, now it's fixed. Now let's try to change the color. Before that, make sure to activate the duplicate background layer, and then let's try with color balance adjustment layer. Imagine that I want to change the flower color into some kind of purple range, so I must increase the red, magenta and blue values of highlight, midtone and shadow tones. Okay, so let's see what happened if I try to change. Oops. So guys, you can see it's not come out way, it's not the way I want, right? It's fully mess up. So what was happen is, when I change the color with these options, it's blend with the yellow color tone of this flower. That's why it's generate improper purple tone. So keep in mind, before you change the color of an object or subject, you must convert the entire image into the black and white, and then again you must convert it to RGB or CMYK color mode. Okay, so let's do that. So let me tap Ctrl Z a few times to turn it back to the selection boundary mode. Right. Before move forward, let me save this selection, since I may need to reload that after change the color modes. There you go. Okay, now choose image mode grayscale and click don't flatten button, and click again discard button. Now you can see entire image is converted to the black and white. Then again I have to convert it into the RGB or CMYK mode. So choose image mode, then from here you can choose RGB or CMYK. Let's say if you're working for web purpose, better to choose RGB. If you're working for print purpose, better to pick CMYK. So for the time being, let me pick RGB and click don't flatten button. Now image is in RGB color mode. Now let's try to change the color. So before that, make sure duplicate background layer is active here, then toggle to the color balance option from adjustment panel. Now if I try with the changes, it's gonna be perfectly alright. So guys, it's not a need to apply the exact values as I'm doing here. You can try with different values as you prefer, or you can try with a different color as you need. Okay. Okay, so it seems fine, and if I want, I can play with the hue saturation adjustment layer also to modify colors. Okay. And guys, let's say if I want to change the background color, so imagine I want to change it to a little bit greenish tone. So first load the selection I saved from here. Then tap Ctrl Shift I to inverse the selection, because I want to select the background instead of the flower. Then make sure to activate the duplicate background layer here, and then try with a color balance adjustment layer to create green tone range. There we go. So guys, these are the basic steps for fixing colors, and I hope you understand them. And I leave this image to you for fix the color. So let's try with that and move to my next lecture to learn create standard size photos.